Happy morning, dear children. I welcome you all to the English corner, dear. Now, today we are going to see the second part of the lesson. What is the name of the lesson that we are going through? Yes, the ashes that made trees bloom. Okay, so now we will see the second part of the lesson. Shall we move? Yeah, not long after that, a good old man dreamed again. All this we saw in the last session. Just a recap of the previous session and we will go in detail into the next part. So the good old man dreamed again and the spirit of the dog spoke to him. One time already he spoke and they got treasure, right? Full of gold. Now again it is speaking, telling him how the wicked people had burned the mill. Already they owned a mill, isn't it? From that only they got gold coins and drops of gold from the beam. Now this dream is basically about the ashes. How the wicked people had burned the mill made from the pine tree. Now it is informing, the dog spirit is informing to his master, take the ashes of the mill, sprinkle them on the withered trees and they'll bloom again. This was said by the dog spirit in master's dream. Any doubt in this? Okay, good. The old man awoke and went at once to his wicked neighbor's house, where he found a miserable old pair sitting at the edge of the square fireplace in the middle of the floor. So actually they were sitting on the floor still as the mill they started drying, isn't it? All became worms. So in angry they all burnt the mill. In that place itself in the middle they were sitting, right? The smoking and spinning the remaining pieces. From time to time they warm their hands and feet, because like this they used to warm their hands and feet because it is a winter season, right? With the blaze coat like thing, it will be in woolen, they'll wear in cold season, winter season. From some bits of the mill they are spinning and playing, while behind them lay a pile of broken pieces of the mill. The remaining pieces which are not burnt will be there. The remainings will be there, isn't it? They were spinning that. The good old man humbly asked for the ashes. Though the covetous people, covetous here refers to the greedy couple, turned up their noses at him and scolded him as if he were a thief, they let him fill his basket with the ashes. Even though they scolded, they allowed him to fill the basket full of ashes, because they thought that what for ashes are needed, let him take, like that. Let him clean the place. That was a thinking of the wicked couple. But he only, the kind man only knows what happens inside, right? So on coming home, the old man took his wife to the garden. It being winter, in winter season, what happens is all the leaves will fall down. Like that is what is withering. Withering means falling down of leaves. In winter, being winter, the favorite cherry tree was bare. Bare here refers to no leaves, no flower, nothing is there in the tree. Only the branches, sticks were there. Can you able to see the picture? Without leaves or flowers, anything, nothing will be there. Right? That is what is bare. He sprinkled a pinch of ash on it, and lo, it sprouted blossom until it became a cloud of pink blooms which perfumed there. So 1 second, one pinch of ash he sprinkled on the tree and it blooms like anything. Full of pink color. Smell, wow, like a perfume, fantastic smell. Fully spreads through the air. The news of this immediately spread through the village, and everyone ran out to see the wonder. Because all the trees in that season will be withered, it will be bare. But his cherry tree alone, the favorite cherry tree alone, will be blossom fully. How it will be? Very nice, isn't it? So, for seeing that only, everybody ran to his house. The covetous couple also heard the story. And immediately, what happens? They used to gather all the remaining ashes of the mill. They kept them and made withered trees blossom. Why they are collecting? They too want to get everything, whatever the kind couple is taking. The kind old man, fearing that his lord, the daimyo, was to pass along the high road. Actually, the kind couple heard that king in the sense the landlord is coming in the road. And immediately the kind old man heard, isn't it? He, while he was passing, he wanted to prove something. What he wanted to prove? About the ash. Let us see what happens. Okay. The daimyo was to pass along the high road near the village. Set out to see him taking his basket of ashes. As the train approached, train here refers to the procession, the people who are coming behind. He climbed up into the old withered cherry tree. They stood by the wayside. So can you able to see a old man sitting on the tree? Can you able to see that with a small basket full of ashes? Right? So he started waiting. Now, in the days of daimyos, it was a custom. What is a custom? It was a practice. Like when any CM or PM is coming, they'll bend their head and they'll wish, they'll greet. Isn't it? Same way, in olden days, there was a custom. When their Lord passed by, for all the loyal people to shut up their high windows. Nobody is allowed to open their windows. Everybody on the top will close the windows because they don't like to, they don't allow the people to see the Lord from the top. They even pasted them fast with a slip of paper so as not to commit the impertinence of looking down on his lordship. Everyone has to look up like this. Nobody is allowed to look down the Lord like this. Okay? So there are a lot of differences. Baby, you check it out. Everybody has to look the Lord up. Nobody is allowed to look the Lord down. So all the windows that is high has to be shut. Okay. So all the people along the road would fall upon their hands and knees and remain prostrate until the procession passed by. Everybody will fall and they'll greet the Lord. Is it clear? The train drew near the procession. The people who followed came near the tree. One tall, competent man marched ahead. Tall, competent man marched ahead in the sense, first one man will go in front to clear the traffic and to say everybody to move. Here also you can see black cats and gods will go front, right? Same way, crying out, crying in the sense, shouting the people to move by the way. Get down on your knees, get down on your knees, and everyone kneel down while the procession was passing. Clear? Suddenly, the leader of the band caught sight of the aged man up in the tree. So immediately, they were all bodyguards, isn't it? They will look around in the top, on the sideways, everywhere. Uh, the leader who is passing by, he saw the man, aged man up in the tree. He was about to call out to him in an angry tone. First, he started thinking that to shout to get down, but seeing he was such an old man, he pretended not to notice. Pretended here acting. Okay, he acted as if he doesn't notice. The man doesn't notice and he moved out. So when the daimyo's palanquin drew near the old man, what happens? Daimyo in the sense that old landlord. The landlord, while he was passing, old man taking a pinch of ash, pinch so small, pinch of ash from the basket, scattered it over the tree. In the moment it burst into blossom. Can you able to see the tree with full of pink color flower? It's all flowers only. Okay. The delighted daimyo, delighted. So he felt very happy. The daimyo was very happy. Ordered the train to be stopped. Ordered the procession, the people to be stopped and got out to see the wonder. So he came out to see the wonder, calling the old man to him. He thanked him and ordered to present the silk robes, sponge cakes, fans, and other rewards. Whatever is given to him, he gave to the old man. He even invited him to his castle. So the old man went very happily, gleefully is happily home to share his joy with his dear old wife. So I hope this will be clear for you. But when the greedy neighbor heard of it, always what happens is the greedy neighbor is copying this kind man, right? So the greedy neighbor heard of it. He took some of the magic ashes and went out on the highway. There he waited until a daimyo's train came along, and instead of kneeling down like the crowd, he climbed a withered cherry tree. He didn't kneel down, but straight away he started to enter into the what? He climbed up the withered cherry tree. Right when the daimyo himself was almost directly under him, straight away to the tree. At that time, he threw a handful, not a pinch. Actually, the kind man used a pinch of ash, but here he used a handful of ash. Handful ash over the tree. He threw it over the tree, which did not change a particle. One leaf, one stick also, there is no change. The wind blew the fine dust in the noses and eyes of the daimyo and his wife. So what happened when the wind blows a handful of ashes, isn't it? He threw more ash. So all that flew in air and went into the eyes and noses of the daimyo and his wife. Such sneezing and choking. So they both started to sneeze. Sneeze, you know the meaning. Hutch, isn't it? That is what sneezing. Sneezing and choking. Now it spoiled all the pomp and dignity of the procession. The man whose business it was to cry. What? Get down on your knees. Seized the old man, old fool by the collar, dragged him from the tree, and tumbled him and his ash basket into the ditch on the road. Then, beating him suddenly, he left him for dead. Now, the old man was dead. Thus, the wicked old man died in the mud, but the kind friend of the dog dwelt in peace and plenty, and both of his wife lived in a green old age. So, children, that is the end of the lesson. William Elliot Griffiths is the author.